What is poppin'? Everybody, it's your man Cloud Bells, and welcome to another episode of Wisco Sports Weekly. Great victory for the Green Bay Packers today as the Green Bay Packers take down the Los Angeles Rams with the final score of 24-19. This was a game that looked really bad in the first half, but once again, the second half proved that we were the better team and we were able to get through with the victory. Another game that I wouldn't say is Jordan Love's best, but it seems to be that we are a second half team from what I've seen from the Packers this season. Last week couldn't do anything in the first half, and then the second half, they came back, made it a game. It obviously wasn't, unfortunately, enough, but this time, the Rams, it felt like this game really felt like, at the first half, we were down 28-7 because I just felt like that we barely had the offense on the field, bad field position. It just was that way. And then instead, we were only trailing at the half at 3, and I thought that was the win right there. I would say Jordan Love, did okay. I mean, 15 of 26, 224 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. He was sacked twice, and a quarterback rating is 95.7, as well as 3 carries for 10 yards. I guess 2 of those were kneel downs. They need to really work on that. He did have a fumble too, but that thankfully went out of bounds. And you know what? I'll say, he did the best he could. I think hopefully he gets into the swing of things. Last year in October, I don't even think we won a game. I don't even think we won a game in October. So the fact is we won a game in October. How about that? Josh Jacobs on the ground, 19 carries for 73 yards and his first touchdown as a Packer, as well as a catch for 21 yards. Emmanuel Wilson had 6 carries for 24 yards and a catch for -9. That was, yeah. And then Jaden Reed, 4 catches for 78 yards and 2 carries for 19. Jaden Reed, what a catch that set up for the opening touchdown. That was honestly in triple coverage. I don't even know how he came down with that. That was pretty impressive. And how about Tucker Kraft today? My goodness. It's pretty clear he is tight end 1, not Musgrave. They drafted Musgrave because, Kincaid, Laporta, and Mayer were all being taken off the board, and it was like, well, Musgrave was the next guy on the list, and it was like, well, what could you do? And then they drafted Kraft too, knowing he was a project pick, but I guess he ended up being the better guy. So Kraft had 4 catches for 88 yards and 2 touchdowns. It's pretty clear he's tight end 1. I don't think there's really nothing else to say. And not much else from everyone else. Only 2 catches for 20 yards for Dontavian Wicks. Once again, really struggled to catch the ball. Had a bunch of drops. But, he's unproven. He has some time. He needs to really develop. Malik Heath, 2 for 14 and a catch for 12 for Bo Melton. That was unfortunate. But the defense, even though the defense didn't have its greatest assets, I guess you could say they did the best they could. How about Evan Williams? My game ball goes to Evan Williams today. Evan Williams, 10 tackles, 4 solos, 2 passes defended, including the 4th down stop to end the game. Evan Williams was all over the floor. I am so glad that they're finally playing him. It's good to see McKinney, Bullard, and Evan Williams really getting some outlets out into this as safeties. I think it's nice that they're rotating Bullard and Williams. Bullard is a great tackler. Williams is all over the place. And I'm really happy because I really like Williams. I think he could turn out to be a really great player. Quay Walker and Isaiah McDuffie both also got 9 tackles. Javon Bullard had 8. Eric Stokes had 7. And a lot from everybody. Carl Brooks had a sack and a half. Preston Smith got the other half. And Edgerrin Cooper had 5 tackles and another sack as well. Another thing I was going to say, I kept saying this the entire game. Where is Edgerrin Cooper? I kept saying it to him. He's healthy. He's out there. He's playing. And whenever he was in there, the guy looked unstoppable and made some great plays. Please play Cooper or start him more. You have to play Cooper more. I do not care what anybody says. He should be out there. He should be. Williams and Cooper need more playing time. Period. And then finally, Xavier McKinney got another interception today. Make that 5 games in a row. The first time in NFL history a player has gotten an interception in the first 5 games, in 5 consecutive games. I guess I thought it didn't happen, but I guess apparently someone did it in like 1970. I think a single player hasn't ever done that, but what a start for Xavier McKinney as a Packer. I mean, for sure he's going to be a Pro Bowl this year. He already 5 weeks in, you already got leading the NFL in interceptions. It's just crazy, takeaways, and then also another fumble that ended up being a fumble recovery for Xavier McKinney. I think. Trying to think, was it? I'm trying to remember who. Kingsley Enagbare got the forced fumble, but it's pretty impressive that we're seeing a lot. From these guys. Braden Arvison only had 1 field goal attempt, went 1-1. That was a 46-yarder. Daniel Whelan had a couple decent punts, not one that wasn't that good. But you know what? I'm happy about it. On the Los Angeles side, Matthew Stafford, I would say he didn't, but he was okay. 29 of 45, 260 yards, a touchdown, an interception. Kyren Williams was 22 carries for 102 yards on the ground and a touchdown, as well as a catch for 3. Blake Corum had 5 carries for 25 yards and catch for 8. Rookie Jordan Whittington, who I've always been saying the Rams should play more, 7 catches for 89 yards. Tutu Atwell, 6 for 58. Colby Parkinson, 7 for 52. Demarcus Robinson, 3 for 28 and the touchdown. Hunter Long, 2 for 16. And Xavier Smith, 2 for 6. Not much from everyone. And then Kyren Williams was the one that did get the fumble. On the other side, Cameron Curl and Christian Roseboom led the way with 8 tackles apiece. Kobe Turner had both sacks today for the Rams. Obviously, Turner is likely the best guy on their defense. And then an interception returned for a touchdown by Jalen McCullough. Jordan Love looked like he was going to be sacked in the end zone for a safety. Tried to get rid of the ball and threw it right to him, and he scored the touchdown. Kind of embarrassing. That's kind of honestly the most embarrassing play to ever happen, but that's his first career pick 6. And nothing for really Los Angeles kicking-wise. That other than that, Packers were able to get the victory. It was a close game, but I give credit, a good comeback, a good comeback victory, trailing in the first half, and then coming through and getting it to the other side, I think is fantastic. And that's that. We're 3-2. Lions were on bye this week. They did not play. Bears did play this week. They faced the Carolina Panthers and blew them out at home. Big surprise. I mean, the Panthers are a freaking joke, and they literally play Jacksonville in London next week. I guess literally the Bears have such an easy schedule right now. I don't even know how you get it. And same thing with the Vikings. Look at their schedule. And the Vikings beat the Jets in London, and they are still undefeated. I mean, I will be honest with you. The Vikings are no joke. But if I'll be honest about the Jets, I think Aaron Rodgers should just retire right now. He's done. I mean, he don't need to play anymore. He's proven everything. You can just retire right now. You don't even need to do anything. You're done. But other than that, not much. Some great games. I mean, you saw there was right now, literally the Sunday Night Football game literally just started because I guess there's some rain in Pittsburgh. But Dallas Cowboys and Pittsburgh Steelers is going on right now. I guess whoever sees this video tomorrow probably won't see that. Forget that. But great games, especially the Ravens Bengals one was a thriller and some great upsets and a lot going on. And then tomorrow's game is the Saints taking on the Kansas City Chiefs. So that'll be that. If you like what you see, subscribe below. Oh, I'm sorry. And Packers next week. I'm sorry, I forgot to talk about next week. Next week, the Packers host the Arizona Cardinals. Arizona just on the road upset the San Francisco 49ers. Hopefully this is not a momentum swing for them. We're hosting Kyler Murray and this interesting offense that the Cardinals have. I think this is definitely a good, hopeful chance. I think Packers can definitely get us win out of here. Anyways, if you like what you see, subscribe below, comment with your thoughts, and as always, we will see you next time. And hopefully Dobbs wakes up and says, man, I am getting touches. I'm just saying. We'll see you next time.